So I'm going to put this as kind of like 75% accurate or 75% legit, only because, we never know what Hasbro is going to do or anything like that. But we do know that in the current 2025 listings, there have been no core class, and core class is MIA. Now, according to TFW JT Prime 17, it's sounding like the price point may indeed be coming to an end. Kind of makes sense, and I kind of see that now. So when you look at, they really weren't performing. Core class had no direction. That was probably one of the biggest things that I always saw at core class. Like, I don't need a core class Optimus Prime for anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a waste of money in a sense, because I don't need it. That's not what I want in my collection. Like, even this Deluxe Prime that's coming out now is kind of pushing it, but the way it's designed and the way it transforms, it does more. It almost fits like a Legends, which I think that's something that Hasbro should do. So if you didn't know, core class started with Kingdom, and so we got Optimus Prime. This is the legacy one, but we also got that in Kingdom. So we're going to go through all of the core class figures that I thought were needless and the ones that we needed. So of course, again, Nemesis Prime, easy repaint, but we again did not need this. It served no purpose. Again, a mini Megatron served no purpose. And he came with the little gun. Yeah, I get that, but he's still, and then of course the Aquilatory repaint into the G2 colors, it's the same thing. It just doesn't do anything. Then you got a small Rodimus. Again, why do we need a small Rodimus when we already have an expensive deluxe? Voyager. Deluxe. Ironhide, same thing. And this is Studio Series. And we already got a Studio Series Ironhide and Ratchet. I just, like I'm saying, these things don't need to be core class, in my opinion. The Dinobots, again, I know a lot of people love the fact that the Dinobots combine. My Dinobots that I remember did not combine, and they were big. So even Volcanius is out of my league because that's just too small. The Dinobots are not deluxe. They're not smaller than Optimus Prime. End of story. Go back and look at the cartoon and see how big Grimlock, Sludge, and Slag were to Optimus Prime, and they should not even be POTP size. But again, this combined into a robot, and of course the rumor was this is supposed to be kind of like a Monstructor or a Dino King. But if there's no more core class, we may not get it unless we're probably just going to get like a special pack where these are remolded or retooled into Dino King. And that's what I'm thinking. Same thing with Soundwave. Why do we need a small Soundwave where people can't get a normal size Soundwave in their collection? And then, the feet hanging out, and then they give you the little tiny tape. It served no purpose. Just cheap. And it gets worse. Another one, Kingdom repacking the Legacy. What do we need these little tiny ass figures for? But I want to go through the entirety of core class. Because core class is ending. Now we can go back and look at the core class figures, and maybe people who want core class can come to this video and say, hey, I like that core class. I actually thought that one was good. What you talking about? Again, don't need these. Now, honorable mention to the Bumblebee Starscream because it did fix the wings and actually had a better transformation than the Voyager. I give it props, but still, they should have made it in the Voyager size, but better. Shockwave. Again, why do we need a mini Shockwave other than to fit on a future Bruticus? And then we had this Shockwave, which is from the Studio Series concept line or whatever. Again, didn't need it. Iguanus is definitely not a core class figure, man. This is like, what, a deluxe Pretender? Oh my gosh, they would kill me with it. And then Galvatron, even in the smallest size, which Japan had the Voyager size, and we got basically a leader size for both of these figures. Again, just give us the Energon versions. That means we're not really going to get an Energon, Megatron, or Galvatron. And this, who the hell asked for this damn ugly piece of crap? Seriously, man, I never understood core class. Core class Bumblebee. Again, why do we need it? Why do we need it? I keep asking myself that question. Kids don't even play with it. And the line's not selling. It's the same thing with the Laserbeak, the pink version of the Bumblebee. Yeah, okay. Again, not there. Then we got her in core class, yet in the Bumblebee movie, she was a deluxe. Never understood the choice of making her a core class. Definitely Pretender. No, not core class at all. Now we're going to go to the figures that I think fit in core class. So we got the wheelies, the rumbles, any of the cassettes, any figures that's supposed to be this smaller size that would scale with your deluxes and Voyagers and things of that nature. And before you go tell me, well, we did have core class figures in Earthrise and Siege. Those were Micromasters. Go look it up. They're Micromasters. They basically call them Micromasters. So Rumble or Frenzy, whichever one you want to prefer to, that should be core class, because it's going to be small enough to turn into tape. Same thing with Rumble or Frenzy or whichever you want to call them, to put him in the chest of Soundwave to fit. The same thing with Steeljaw. You know what I'm saying? Yes, the cassettes were considered Micromasters before they got to core class. And the same thing with the Diaz exosuit. Yeah, he should be. He's a human. He should scale that size to a Transformer. Again, with Freezer and the other guy, I'm going to show both of them. They turn into the weapons. Yeah, it makes sense. They're part of Scourge and things like this. So if they turn into a gun, being a turn into like a Target Master-like figure, it makes sense. Dracodon, and this is the green repaint. I forgot the name of it. They're supposed to be little, small, tiny, I don't know what, kind of little dinosaur, velociraptors, whatever. So yeah, that makes sense to scale them this small when they had deluxe sizes of the same thing. Made sense. Rat Trap, maybe a little tiny, but a mouse in scale to a gorilla or something like that. It makes sense. Now these figures, the Magmanac figures, the Rock Lords, or whatever you want to call them, these are their core class size figures, because this is the size of the figure that it should be. This is Geocron, which is going to be the repaint of the other guy we just saw. So yeah, kind of makes sense. Ravage, from the Bumblebee movie, it has to be core class. He can fit in it. Yeah, it makes sense. Again, the Studio Series concept, Rumble, same thing, makes sense. Now, one that I'm not sure of is the Mohawk. You could take for that what you will. I have no clue on that one because I don't really care for the movies too much. And then we have the Spike exosuit. He needed to be core class. So this is pretty much all of the core class figures that we got that are considered core class. Before you go jumping down my throat, please do your research, and I'm not going to do it for you. If you go back, the cassettes in Siege were considered Micromasters and not core class. The designation of core class started in Kingdom. Go look it up. So the misdirection of the line, I think Hasbro needs to rework it, because Legend scale figures are the hotness right now. And with this Optimus Prime being deluxe, maybe their Legend scale is going to be that size down. They could make some money doing that. But core class, to me, a small Prime, a small Starscream, that's all throwaway shit. I won't even look at it. But that's okay. If you miss core class, what are your thoughts? Leave them down in the comments below. Do you think core class should stay? Do you think it should go? Do you think it's fair? Do you think it's not fair? Let me know. Well, of course, I'm going to read your comments. Super Robot Ed, bringing more news reviews. Till then, we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.